everyone, I hope you're well and you've had a lovely week so far. So this video is going to answer the question I get asked the most. How do you do it? How do you juggle being Miss Great Britain and working full time? Well, I'm about to show you. This video is my genuine life for the last week, which means it includes some exciting bits and some slightly more boring bits. But I thought it was really important to show you as a whole how a typical week looks for me. So sit back, relax, grab your beverage of choice, and let's get started.
Good morning. It is just after 6 a.m. on a Monday morning and I am up, I am dressed, and I am heading to the gym. So I actually go to the gym that's closer to my work than to my house, purely because I have about an hour's commute, and if I go to the one that's closer to work, then I find that I beat all the traffic, and by the time I get to work, I feel a little bit more human. So let's get going.
We're all done in the gym. Now I get to head to work. Usually I'd have a coffee with me to take in the car, but I forgot one today. I've just got this empty travel mug from, must have been Saturday morning. So no coffee for me today. I'll have to wait until I get in the office. So this is the reality of my not so glamorous life as Miss Great Britain. I'm currently waiting to collect my food shop from Tesco's. I love doing a click and collect, it just makes it so much easier. However, I have committed a cardinal click and collect food shopping sin. I have not bought any carry bags, so we're going to be emptying my food shop into the boot of the Miss Great Britain car. So I wasn't joking. We now have a car boot full of groceries. I'm home. We've unpacked the food shop, haven't we, Otis? So I have approximately 10 minutes until I'm recording a podcast. And Otis wants a cuddle. This is what he does when he wants attention. This little man wants a cuddle, so I'm gonna have a quick Otis cuddle, and then we will be heading upstairs to record a podcast. We're excusing the pile of washing in the corner. We can't see that. I'm just about to jump on a podcast with our lovely Miss Cardiff, Sydney. We're going to be talking all things Crown, Miss Great Britain, and I think we're going to be talking for about an hour. So by the time I'm finished with this, it'll be 8 o'clock. Good evening. We are coming towards the end of my Monday. It is 10 to 9. I'm just cooking dinner, you see in the background here, and whilst I'm cooking, I've got to pack 3 of my Queen's Playbook planners. So I sold 2 over the weekend, and I also just sold one this evening, which takes me up to a total of 37 planners in total, which has been amazing. So I made these planners just to create the pageant planner that I wish I'd had in the last year with Miss Great Britain, and the feedback on them has just been amazing. Plus also all the profits from these have actually gone to A Sisterhood and Cancer Research UK. I think we're about to hit the £500 mark in terms of profit. I worked really hard to make them as profitable as possible. So I'm really proud of them. I think they're amazing. Like, I love them. I would have bought one.
Good morning. It is 7:30 on a Tuesday morning, and I've got a slightly different morning this morning because I'm actually popping down to the hospital for an MRI scan. As you guys know, I've had some problems with my back, and it's about time we had a proper look to see what's going on. I've actually got pins and screws in my spine from my surgery, which I had 10 years ago. So it's going to be really interesting to see what's going on.
We are all done with the MRI scan. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit nervous before I went in, where they asked you so many questions about, have you got any metal in you? Have you got your earrings? Have you got any tattoos, any piercings? I was in the scanner for the first 5 minutes just panicking, like, God, what if I've forgotten something? And the reality is, of course, you've not forgotten something. But the scan is all done, and I'm now gonna head into the office. Should get my results within the next week or so, and hopefully stop it from flaring up, because we've got a busy year and I can't be dealing with being completely taken out of action by it. I had my winners photo shoot rearranged the night before because I actually ended up in this very hospital that we're at now because I was in so much pain, and I don't want to have that this year. So we have just finished work and I have just arrived at a pub here in Southampton. I'm gonna lock the GB car. Because once a month I do a volunteering with a charity called Let's Talk About Loss, and they organise monthly meetups for young people going through grief. And today is our monthly meetup for Southampton. So we're going to a cosy country pub because the weather is frankly awful. And I'm really looking forward to it. I've been volunteering with them for about 2 years now. So let's go and see who we've got this month. We are done. That was such a wholesome meetup, and to be honest, one of the most well attended ones that we've done. Like I said, we've been running this group now for 2 years, and we've definitely had meetups where no one's turned up, or we've had one person. So we had 4 people turn up, which was amazing. And sometimes you don't want to talk about grief. Sometimes it's the last thing you want to do, especially as a host when you've got the responsibility of coming and hosting these meetups. But it's always a really nice thing to do, and actually I always feel better for doing it. So I'm gonna head home, I'm gonna eat some dinner, go to bed, and then we are gonna start our Wednesday. So I will see you all tomorrow. Good morning, it is 10 to 7, we have arrived at the gym, and we're gonna do something a little bit unusual this morning, and something that I haven't done in quite a few years. So I'm actually gonna go swimming. I used to love swimming as a child, and I think there's something to be said about when you become an adult, you just stop swimming. I think especially as a woman, you know, you go through that stage of being really conscious of your body, and I used to absolutely love it. And anything that involves water, you can pretty much sign me up. So we're gonna go for a swim on a Wednesday morning, and I'm very excited about it. I've done my swim and I'm ready to head to work. Do you know what? That was actually quite nice. Although I definitely lost count of how many lengths I did, but I did between 20 and 30 lengths, we'll say. And then headed into the hot tub for a little bit to have a little bit of a relax, came out, washed my hair, and now we're ready for work. Also, I'm so impressed with how I've managed to do my hair at the gym. They only have straighteners here, so I'm still getting used to using them to kind of put a little bit of movement in my hair. But I love it. We've made it through the morning at work. You can see here, it is just after 1 o'clock, and I'm just about to jump on a call on my lunch break with Saffron, our lovely national director, and Andrea for Cancer Research UK to talk about a potential secret project. I actually do quite a lot of my calls on my lunch break, especially when people tend to work 9 to 5. Frankly, it's the only time that I can squeeze it in. So I do actually end up doing quite a lot of calls on my lunch break. I'm now on a very quick 10-minute rush to grab some lunch. I literally have 10 minutes. And then back to the office, back to start work this afternoon. I think this is the part that people don't see a lot. It's actually juggling Miss Great Britain with working full time. I do a lot of stuff on my lunch breaks and after work, so back we go. Look at this guy. It is 6 o'clock on my Wednesday evening and we are home. See Otis crawling around in the back. I have no plans this evening. I've just picked up some more food shopping on the way home, and now I'm going to be honest, I'm going to hang out with this little guy for the rest of the evening. So I will see you all tomorrow. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Welcome to another episode of Alice Has Not Brushed Her Curls Out Yet. The thing with these heatless colours is that always, by the time I get to the office, they're looking a bit ropey. So I don't brush them out until I'm in the car about to get out of work. Today we have got a fairly standard day, so I'm just heading straight into the office. No gym, swim or MRI for me this morning. And then this evening I have an Instagram live, and it's a very special one, so that's going to be really lovely. So welcome to another day in the life of Miss Great Britain, balancing being Miss Great Britain with my full-time job. I'm currently at work. It is 11 o'clock and I know that I'm going to be getting the results of my MRI scan either today or tomorrow. And I can't stop clock watching and watching my phone. Every time I go to the loo, I'm like, God, are they going to ring me? Yeah, I'm just nervous. Also, do you like my little dinosaurs? I've been building my little collection of these plant dinosaurs since I started this job about 6 months ago. So there's 2 there that currently have no plants because the plants have died. And then there's 2 over here where the plants are still going strong. So I work right by a shopping centre, which makes it very handy for outfit shopping during my lunch break.
So I've just been and got a couple of bits for work. I do have to be quite strict with myself though, otherwise I could end up quite easily spending a fortune.
So something very exciting has just happened. I've been working on a top secret project since November, and I've just found out it is going live tomorrow at 12 o'clock. And I'm so excited. And the best bit is I get to bring all of you along with me. We will talk about it more tomorrow, but for now, I'm so excited. I kid you not, it has just taken me an hour and 45 minutes to get home. I've just got home and I've now got 10 minutes before I'm due to jump on an Instagram live with a lovely Jess. But it means I've got 10 minutes to get changed, have a drink, say hello to Otis, go to the toilet, which I haven't been able to do for the last hour and a half. And yeah, it's one of those times where the commute on the whole is okay, but if you get a bad day, you know, I'm not getting home till 10 to 7. So, on to the next thing. We're done. I have just finished my Instagram live, which means I am done for my Thursday. This week feels like it's been quite a long week. There has been a lot going on, both at work, on my lunch breaks, after work, in the mornings. But do you know what? I'm just forever grateful to be able to, you know, live this life and to be able to wear this sash and this crown, which I've just taken off. It's time for me to eat some dinner, have a nice early night, and then start my Friday.
We made it! It is Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. I just love a Friday, honestly. It is my personal favourite day of the week. So today we are gonna see the release of my article with the Telegraph. And I'm very excited and also a bit nervous to see what the reaction is. So let's get going to work. It is 20 to 7 on my Friday evening and I'm home from work after a very busy week. I just wanted to say sorry for today because I have not been very good at vlogging, but it's been a really big day. Something I genuinely think is game-changing happened today in that my article and my feature with the Telegraph was released online. It's actually been in the works since November. And there were so many times where we thought, is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? You know, we were meant to be in print and then it was pulled from print because of a lot of the stories that are going in at the moment. But we went online and the reaction has just been incredible. And I feel really emotional. It's been a real journey to get here. A lot of people think that being Miss Great Britain is about wearing this. And whilst this is one of the perks, obviously, it's virtually got nothing to do with it. For me, being Miss Great Britain means using my voice and my story to make a difference. When I set out on this pageant journey 2.5 years ago, I swore that I wanted to make things better for people like me when they were going through the same thing. When I was 18 and, you know, I'd probably say for a good few years, there were times where I didn't think I could do it. There were times where I woke up and I wasn't sure if I could keep going, and I did. And if my legacy can be that I help that one person to keep going in the face of everything life's thrown at them, then that will be amazing. Another reason why today has been really important is because this is a first for UK pageant land. No pageant girl in the UK in recent history has been in the Telegraph, a broadsheet newspaper, when there's not been controversy or scandal involved. And I really hope that part of my legacy as Miss Great Britain becomes legitimising beauty pageants and showing people that we're not just about wearing this or wearing evening dresses, standing on stage. We are intelligent, purpose-driven women and we set out to make a real difference in this world. So thank you so much for coming along and spending the week with me as I balance being Miss Great Britain with my full-time job. I hope that it's been interesting for you to see actually what I get up to on a day-to-day basis, how my life looks. To be honest, at the moment, it looks busy. There is a lot of trying to get things done before work, juggling calls on my lunch break, and then doing things after work. But this is a once-in-a-lifetime year for me, and I don't want to have any regrets at the end of this year. So thank you so much. And I will see you next week.